So, what if I told you that you could totally revolutionize your life with just 1 hour every morning? I know, it sounds a little out there, right? But that's the core promise of Robin Sharma's book, The 5 a.m. Club. Now, this book is kind of a mix between a fable and a practical guide for peak performance. Today, we're going to dive in and break down its biggest secrets.
And the whole thing kicks off with this really powerful idea, the strength to just start over. You know, we've all been there, feeling like we need a reset button. For the first person we meet in this story, well, starting over isn't just a nice thought, it's pretty much a matter of life and death.
So, picture this. We meet an entrepreneur who, from the outside, has it all. I mean, she's a total titan in her industry. But behind closed doors, her whole world is just crumbling. A hostile takeover has pushed her right to the very edge. She feels completely betrayed, totally hopeless.
And at her absolute lowest point, she finds this ticket. A ticket to a personal optimization conference. You know, the exact kind of rah-rah event she would have made fun of just a few months before. But hey, when you've got nothing left to lose, what do? She decides to go. And this one single decision, well, it ends up being the pivot point for her entire life.
And it's at this conference where she has this just bizarre encounter that really kicks off the whole mystery of the book. Let's get into the billionaire's secret. So at this seminar, the entrepreneur, along with this other character, a really disillusioned artist, they meet this guy. And honestly, he looks, well, homeless. But the moment he opens his mouth, what comes out isn't just rambling. It's this profound wisdom that just cuts right through all the noise.
I mean, this guy is a total walking paradox. His clothes are all torn up, his beard is completely wild, but then you look at his wrist, and he's wearing a watch that costs more than a car. And the things he's saying about performance and genius, they're absolutely brilliant. You can see why the entrepreneur's first thought is, okay, this guy is a complete crackpot. And then he drops this little nugget of wisdom. The rich invest in time. The poor invest in money. And suddenly it all just clicks into place. This isn't some random, eccentric guy. He's a billionaire, just hiding in plain sight.
So then he makes them this absolutely wild offer. He says, hey, why don't you fly with me on my private jet to my island home in Mauritius? The catch? All they have to do is be willing to learn the secret methodology of the 5 a.m. Club.
Okay, so what is this secret that's worth a trip halfway around the world? Well, it all boils down to the core concept of the entire book, the 20-20-20 formula.
So the billionaire's main lesson is this. That first hour of your day, from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., that is your victory hour. Seriously, how you use that single hour sets the tone for your entire day. And the 20-20-20 formula? That's the simple but super powerful way to structure it.
All right, so here's how it breaks down. That hour is split into 3 20-minute chunks. First, from 5 to 5:20, you move. We're talking intense exercise here, not just a casual walk. The goal is to get sweating, because that releases stuff like BDNF, which is basically like miracle grow for your brain. Next, from 5:20 to 5:40, you reflect. This is where you journal, meditate, or plan your day. It's all about getting clarity and feeling gratitude before the chaos of the day hits. And finally, from 5:40 to 6 o'clock, you grow. You read a book, listen to a podcast, you learn something. It's a really simple sequence, but the effects are absolutely profound.
And the billionaire is like almost fanatical about this. At one point in the story, he's shouting this quote from William Pitt. The philosophy is super clear. If you master your morning, you lay the foundation for everything else you want to achieve.
But here's the thing. This morning routine isn't just about cranking out more work or being more productive. Nope. It's actually a system for building something much, much deeper. What the book calls the 4 inner empires.
Yeah, the big idea here is that elite performance is an inside game. You don't get these amazing results by just hustling harder on the outside. You get them by making your inner world strong first. So what are these empires? Well, you've got your mindset, which is all about your psychology and your beliefs. Then there's your health set. That's your physical energy. After that is your heart set, which is all about your emotional life and your relationships. And finally, your soul set, which is your connection to your purpose, your spirituality. That 20-20-20 formula we just talked about, it's like a daily workout for all 4 of these empires.
And this quote from Tolstoy, wow, it just perfectly nails the book's philosophy. We all want to change the world, right? But the real work, the primary project, is always changing yourself first. By building up your inner empires, you actually gain the power to make a real difference out there in the world.
So, as the story of the entrepreneur and the artist goes on, they are completely transformed by these lessons. And the book leaves all of us, the readers, with that same powerful call to action. Your day one, it starts tomorrow.
I think this might be the book's most powerful message. Greatness isn't something you're born with. It's not inherited. It's built. It's the direct result of doing small, brilliant things every single day with relentless consistency. And that means it's a process that is available to literally anyone.
The book leaves us with this incredible idea from George Bernard Shaw. It totally reframes the entire purpose of life. It's not about searching for comfort, but about being a splendid torch, burning as brightly as you possibly can until you're completely used up. So after the whole story, the formula, the philosophy, it all comes down to this one simple, profound moment. Imagine it. Your alarm is set for 5 a.m. So, what happens next?